What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Riding Dad channel if you don't know who I am. And my name is Chris. If you do know who I am, thank you for stopping by again. And unfortunately, this video did not go as planned, but I'll explain all that after the intro.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a thing that you found.
Alright, so as you can probably tell, the audio does not really line up with the actual video. I had rigged up a mic in the helmet and everything. I was going to do a little bit of a moto vlog, and then when I was editing, realized that none of the audio worked, and this is like what feels like the millionth time that this happened. So I am completely done with the setup I have. I actually just switched. I bought a Rode Wireless Go. I'm going to be integrating that. Should be as of the next video posted. Plan on doing like a little coffee grab and on like Saturday morning and stuff, get it edited and post just to kind of try out with that new microphone, and that should make a world of difference, and it should be a lot easier for me to rig inside the helmet as well. So for this one, I had to obviously do like a background audio thing, so bear with me through this video. This should be the last of the screwed up audios. Anyway, this video is mostly going to be, pretty much, like I said, just like a moto vlog kind of style. I wanted to kind of touch on just my thoughts or experiences on the whole COVID thing, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail. And before I start talking about anything, I want to explain that this is in no way me giving my opinions on what COVID is, how serious COVID is, the origins of COVID, nothing like that. Unfortunately and fortunately, some people have had almost no run-ins with COVID. Unfortunately, we actually know some people that have had it, some worse off than others. And again, this is not any sort of belittling of what it is, my opinions on where it came from, what it is, nothing like that. Just kind of a venting about our experience. We just got back from our vacation. We had like a little, my wife called it, I believe, a baby moon. For those of you who don't know or who are new to the channel, we have a child now that will be 4 soon, but we also have another one on the way and due in about 2 months. So this was kind of our last hurrah, because for those of you who don't have children or are never around any kind of newborns or parents or anything like that, your first solid couple of months, if not your first like year-ish, you pretty much go nowhere because you have a newborn. It's only when the kid starts kind of being able to be brought out, and especially with this COVID thing, probably even less now. But you really just don't go anywhere for a while, and even when you do go places afterwards, you don't really want to go anywhere. Especially for us, we're now going to have 2 kids, so it's going to be even more of an annoyance depending on where we go, and more of a hassle and everything. So enough of all that. Bottom line, we went to Orlando, which is only about a 3-hour drive for us, and we didn't do any theme parks, mostly because of the mask stuff and because of money, a little bit also. But the mask stuff, with my wife being super pregnant right now, she's almost done. She's only got like a month and a half left. So with that all happening, we thought walking around in 110 degree weather, which was the real feel on Saturday, was just really not a good choice for her. Being pregnant and having the mask, it would have been miserable. Plus, she can't really do any of the rides being super pregnant now anyway, so it would have been a gigantic waste. But we just did like a little poolside relaxing. We did some dinner at some pretty cool places and everything like that. But we had to deal with a lot of inconveniences from COVID. And the first being the restaurant thing. Now, I don't understand this. I talked with my wife about it and a couple other people, and nobody else understands it either. So if you work in the restaurant business, or you have, some inside theories or explanations to this, please let me know, because otherwise it does not make sense to me. So we all know, for the most part, pretty much everywhere in the US, at least right now, restaurants are allowed to do business. They obviously have their takeout and delivery per the usual, but they also have about 50% seating right now. So that being said, places like downtown Disney, City Walk, like crazy busy places that you have reservations completely booked up every day, and you have people still waiting 30, 40 minutes per table, almost like at every, regular lunch and dinner time. those places are obviously at 50% capacity, but they're still doing good. They still need to buy food and everything like that. So almost everywhere we went had like an abbreviated menu. So bad to the point that when we had one reservation at Hard Rock, that was basically almost the only thing they had on their menu was like burgers and salads and like maybe one other thing, but they had like nothing that we would have normally gotten, and due to that restriction on the menu, we actually canceled the reservation. So I don't understand why restaurants are doing such an abbreviated menu. And some of the stuff is like, if you look at the ingredients, it's stuff that they would have needed for other things. So I don't necessarily think it's like a price or product issue. I'm assuming maybe it's just to try to make things easier for their cooks, or I don't know, maybe easier to, or I don't really get it. But I know it's annoying a lot of people and making some people not even go to certain restaurants that they used to. So I just don't understand, if you have 50% occupancy but you're still allowed to do business somewhat normally, why you wouldn't just have your normal menu and just buy, 50% less of food, or depending on what people are getting more, obviously per normal restaurant operations, you always order for your predictions and where you're headed and holiday weekends and whatnot and all that jazz. But I just don't understand why they have such a limited menu. And this was almost all the places we went. Throughout this vlog, I have been and I will be posting up, random pictures too of our little getaway. We did not take our child. He stayed with grandma for a little bit, and it really just gave us a little bit of a, relaxing. But I will post up videos as well and everything. But that brings me to one of the restaurants, and this is a highly recommended restaurant from us. It was either Rock and Brews or Rockin' Brews. I do not remember, but this place was phenomenal. It was right on US 197. If you're in the Orlando area, not in downtown Disney, not in City Walk or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about, gigantic lines. But this place had 55 beer choices. If you want to do like the drinking or the alcohol thing, they had a lot of other regular alcoholic drinks. They had pretty much food for every taste and palate. They had seafood, burgers, steaks, just everything you can think of, fried, not fried, good appetizers, just a whole bunch of stuff. And their prices were probably about half the price of what you would have paid at like a downtown Disney City Walk restaurant. Atmosphere was really good. It was kind of like a more mellowed Hard Rock, if you've ever been to something like that, like a very rock, obviously with the name, very rock and roll-esque, anything like that. But that restaurant was phenomenal, and I do not believe it was a limited menu. It seemed like the only menu they had, but they're also somewhat new to open, so I'm not really sure what they're doing on that, but highly recommend that. So if you're in the area and you haven't tried that place, or if you're planning on going in that area, definitely eat there. It's 100% delicious, certified Ride and Dad seal of approval right there. But coming back to the COVID inconveniences, it really just, I'm sure if you guys have taken trips anywhere and everything like that, you've experienced this also, but it just really put a damper on everything. It took like 35 to 40 minutes just to park in downtown Disney because they were funneling everybody into one parking garage, and they were funneling everybody into one entrance for the thermometer checks and everything like that. And again, in no way am I saying, this is stupid, COVID is a joke, it doesn't even exist. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just speaking on how inconvenient COVID has made everybody's lives and our little piece of experience with it, just to share my thoughts with you guys. And I don't know, whoever you may be, wherever you may be watching, you may have none of this kind of stuff. You may have no dealing with COVID where you are for the most part. It might be almost non-existent for you, in which case, very good. But unfortunately, in bigger cities, especially in Florida area where we're at, like I said, some people have really gotten it a lot worse than others, but it has really affected the, kind of day-to-day life of everybody. We did mini golf. You had to wear a mask the entire time you were doing mini golf and stuff. And it's just, something like 80 or 90% humidity. And you got to wear a mask, and it's, 92 degrees, and it really sucked, and it just completely changed. We've been to Orlando, that area, like Kissimmee area, a million times. We used to be pass holders, just expired a few months ago for Disney, so we were there once, almost twice sometimes, pretty much every month for the better half of a year. And it just completely changed everything now. I mean, it takes a million more minutes to get different places and park different places, and it just feels like you are super limited onto what you are doing. And again, please do not take this vlog as me saying that COVID doesn't exist and it's a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying any of that. I am probably one of the maybe somewhat minority right now that actually does acknowledge that COVID has some pretty real, unfortunate, issues to it. I know some people don't think it's a big deal at all. Some do. You know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry to find out firsthand. So if I have to be a little extra cautious, then I will be extra cautious, especially with my wife having the baby soon and us having a child at home. And I know children don't get it that much, but again, better safe than sorry. Doesn't mean I'm going to put my whole life on hold, but I'm okay, having to take some extra precautions and washing my hands an extra amount or whatever. So that really doesn't bother me too much for now. But I think I did enough blabbering, especially considered that my video and audio didn't match up. So this had to be an audio, retake. Again, after this, if you do tune in, well, first off, if you don't know who or what, I am at the Riding Dad channel, again, my name is Chris, and I do review videos, I do moto vlogs, stuff like this. I'll do destination rides occasionally, depending on where I'm going. And most of what I usually do is like install videos, but that's been put on hold for a little bit, primarily because I'm pretty much done with my bike. There's some bigger stuff I want to do. And for those of you who don't know, my bike is a 2020 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S, possibly getting a new bike somewhere in the next couple of months, like an off-road, dual-purpose, like dual sport kind of bike as well. Do some completely different style of riding, kind of close to me. But that is a maybe, possibly, hopefully in the works. But again, do like install videos and stuff like that as well. And I just kind of do a little bit of everything. So if that sounds like something you like, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it if you turned on the post notifications. Please do hit the thumbs up on this video and any other videos you do like to watch. If you go to my channel, I do have playlists of my review videos and my build series videos of the bike. So if you're curious what I have done to the bike so far, check out that playlist. You'll see all of my videos on there of any install I've done, no matter how big or how small, to my Lowrider S. Make sure you check back in on Saturday. I do post 2 videos a week right now. Wednesdays at Florida time at noon, and Saturdays Florida time at 7 p.m. So I will be posting my new video with the new microphone, moto vlog-ish style, but audio should be light years ahead of what it usually is. Finally broke down and bought it and fixed the issue, I hope. So check that out on Saturday at 7. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.